Last time any of y'all got an oil change, how much did it cost you? You know, for your car or pick 'em up truck, not a semi. Hey, Mike. Hey, Patrick. Yeah, I got a new truck. New truck. Live in a new state. New company. Got me an old International now, 10-speed. Just a straight 10. I hate it. Used to truck with power and 18 gears. Not used to this. Not used to these cereal box trucks. I don't know if y'all are old enough to remember the cereal boxes back in the day. Had toys in them. I don't know if they still make them like that. But this truck reminds me of the toys in the cereal boxes back in the 90s. drive in a while. I got out of trucking. I quit trucking for about a month, 4 or 5 weeks. I quit. But, you know, not one of those clickbait stories, you know. I'm quitting trucking. No, I really did. And I didn't even make a video about it. I quit trucking and went into construction. I didn't quite like it. The money wasn't there. I figured there'd be some money there. No. There's little, but there's not some. No, I didn't get rid of the old truck. It wasn't my truck. It was my uncle's truck. I quit driving for him. I'm with a whole new company, whole new everything. A whole new journey, a whole new chapter. I mean, you know, turn the page, like Bob Seger said. I mean, my whole life changed. You know, I don't live in Tennessee. I moved out of Tennessee and moved to Florida, quit my trucking job, got a construction job, quit that, and got back into trucking. You know, so I mean, it's been a very interesting page in my storybook. Back in the saddle again. This is my second load with this company, my second one. Picked it up in Lebanon, Missouri, taking it down to Salem, Alabama. My first load I picked up in Pop, Florida, and took it to, it had 3 stops on it, and I took it to Oklahoma, and then took it to Osage Beach, Missouri, and took the last drop to like Glenview, Missouri, south of Kansas City, and then dropped down to Lebanon, picked this load up, take it to Salem, Alabama. Hey, Phil. Oh, I like the KW more, Mike. It was a real truck. This is just, like I said, this is like a cereal box truck. I'm used to, you know, real trucks. I'm not used to these Hot Wheels trucks. This truck, I'm used to power. This truck ain't got no power. I'm used to 18 gears and splitting gears and grinding gears, and this truck is progressive shifting, and it's only a straight 10. It's just like what I would consider a cereal box truck, or, you know, it's not a Hot Wheels, it's that other brand, we call it Matchbox or something. That's what this truck is. It ain't nothing real about it. It ain't got no power, even empty, man. You can't even climb hills. It's so toyish. I'm not used to stuff like this. Just an international. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. You know, I'm not, just not used to these little toy trucks. Yeah, it does, man. It does suck. It sucks bad. But I mean, I'm happy that it's a manual, but it's progressive shifting. So basically, I basically what that means, the best way I can kind of describe it to you is that it only lets me shift when the truck like basically wants it to shift. I can't shift it when I know it needs to shift or when I need it to shift. Basically, the truck has control of me. I don't have control of the truck, and I absolutely hate that. But I'm glad it's a manual, and once it gets going, it will go. Although I'm governed at 75 miles an hour. So, I mean, that's a good thing. I can deal with 75. But everything else about the truck, I absolutely hate it. As I've mentioned several times, it's a cereal box truck, and I can't stand it. Yeah, it's stupid. Hey, Grizz, thanks for sending a coin, man. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it, you know. And for y'all that's been here, know I used to drive a W900. You know, it had 18 gears. I could split every single gear. It had power behind it, and that's what I'm used to, is a real truck. I'm not used to this, and I don't think I ever will be. I could shift it when I needed it to. You know, it didn't force me to shift it when it wanted shifted. I could do it when I needed to do it. When I felt the truck in my situation, I could shift it whenever I needed to. And like the Jake brake in the W9 would work in every single gear if I wanted it to. But this one, the Jake only works in 8th, 9th, and 10th gear. And I have to apply the brake with a little bit of pressure to get it to even activate. And I'm like, dude, this is terrible. Like, I'm really upset about it, if you can't tell. Bus driver loves the W9, yeah. So yeah, I'm just not used to these little cereal box trucks. I mean, these ain't even trucks in my opinion. This you might as well be able to just have a regular operator's license and drive this truck. Like, come on. This ain't even a real truck. So I'm just here to tell you, so anybody, else on YouTube that drives trucks like this, let me tell you, they're just driving little toy trucks is all it is. Just a little toy truck. Nothing real about it. I absolutely hate it. I wish I had the W9. It was real. It had power. This sucker, oh man, I can't stress it to you enough. I can't. I'm heartbroken because this truck is like something a 16-year-old should be playing with, not me. You know what I'm saying? It's the best way I can kind of describe it to you. My God, dude, I don't know how, like, a lot of these guys driving these trucks can do it. I guess they've never, had a hold of a real truck before, and so therefore they know no different. They just know toy trucks. Just little toy trucks is all it is. So that, you know, for somebody that's never experienced real power and real trucks, they you know, they may not understand what I'm saying. Like it's like I can't even get up to 55 miles per hour empty going down an on-ramp. You know, on-ramps are always downhill. Can't even get up to 55 empty to merge onto the interstate. It's so weak, man, and it drives me crazy. It's for the lazy drivers, yeah. But like I said, this is a 10-speed, it's a manual, so but like I said, it's progressive shifting, so it only wants to shift when it wants to, when the truck itself wants it to shift. It will not let me shift it when I need it to. I have to do dumb stuff, and I can't explain it to you, but it's so weird, and I can't stand it. It's basically the truck has control of me. I don't have control of the truck, if that makes any sense. Which isn't safe in my opinion. The more control of the truck I have, the safer the situation. So the more the truck has control of me, you know, the more unsafe the situation. Because the way it is, if I need to downshift, it will not let me downshift unless it wants me to. Like if I needed to downshift because something's going on out here, I can't do it. I got to do it when the truck wants me to do it. It's ridiculous. It's like, I don't need you to do whatever the truck wants to do before I can downshift. I need you to downshift now, meaning I need to get down and lower gear quick, but it won't let you. It's oh man, it's so frustrating. I mean, so, you know, like in the W900, when something would go on, I needed to downshift quickly, the W9 would let me downshift. It let me, I was in control of that truck, but this truck has control of me, and that's not good. It's terrible. And also I'm glad about this truck that it doesn't have that ignorant alleged safety features, you know, like you know, you don't hear that beep beep, that thumping sound, beep beep beep, when you cross the lines without using your signal. See, watch here, look, see, you won't hear it. So I cross that line. If it had the safety stuff, it'd just start thumping. You hear it beep, beep, beep. It don't have that. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, Bus. Basically, it's an automatic disguised as a manual. Correct. That is correct. That's what I've told everybody. It's like, this truck might as well be an automatic. You know, I don't have control of it. That's the best way you can describe it, you know. So basically, it's like, oh, you got a manual? You say, like, hey, Gunner, you driving a manual? Like, yeah, I'm driving a manual. I am. But, you know, then you can be like, yeah, what you just said. So basically, it's an automatic disguised as a manual. Correct. It's ridiculous. Like, it is so ridiculous. And like I said, the Jake only works in gears 8, 9, and 10. Anything below that, the Jake brakes don't work. I mean, it's a freaking toy. It's what it is. It's a toy truck. Made out of plastic. I'm sure I could get a different truck, but I guarantee you, Bus, it'd probably be similar. So what my goal is I'm gonna just try and get me a truck, get me a real truck, because I can't do this. Is hard for me to do, driving little toy trucks down the road. like I'm a truck driver. You know what I'm saying? Driving little toy trucks down the road. Oh, look, that semi-truck. He's a real truck. Get a Peterbilt? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, if I buy a truck, Mike, I would, if I go and buy my own truck, whenever that may be, I will most likely probably buy a Peterbilt. But not like the newer ones like this is. You know how the newer ones, they got the nose that slants down like that? I'll be buying a real one. But if you're a new driver, yeah, I might even get a W900 again. I don't know, maybe. But if you're a driver out here and all you drove was these kind of trucks, and the majority of them's automatics, and just like here where I'm working, the majority of them's automatics. This is one of the few that's a manual. I was like, I told the guys, like, oh, you gotta have me a manual truck. And I said, I hope at least you have, at the very least, you have a Super 10 or a 13 speed. He's like, no, I don't. Just got straight 10. So I was like, well, I guess that'll have to do. And I'm like, oh man. But I met some drivers that work here. I met this one guy. He's been driving, I don't know, like 13 years. And he's like 50 something years old. And he's not even allowed to drive manuals. He has that restriction on his license. He can only drive automatics. I'm like, man. 50-some-year-old can't drive a manual truck. Hey Leon, dude, what up? But yeah. We're gonna have to go truck shopping and buy us a truck, because this ain't gonna cut it. Because over here we cut long, fast, hard, and continuously. I'm driving just an old freaking International progressive 10 speed. I tell you, I'm heartbroken for real. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna call it the toy truck. That's her name, toy truck. Call her Hot Wheels or Matchbox. Y'all gotta figure out a name for his truck. You gotta name her. Yeah, it does suck, Mike. I mean, it's terrible, man. I mean, somebody that has been in trucking the way I have, you know, will understand. Somebody that, you know, been driving for 6, 7 years, 8 years and never, and like all they've ever drove was something like this, they won't understand. But someone that has experienced real trucking, they'll totally understand. Because I'm just here to tell you, this is not trucking. Leon says, but I don't truck. You do truck shows back in California, but you don't truck. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there like that. Oh, shit. Wake up, driver. driver, wake up. Yeah, right, Bus. It's something you get at McDonald's in a Happy Meal. This is what you get. I wonder how much this truck would cost. Let's somebody look up. I don't know what year it is. I would say 20, 21, maybe 22. You know, what does just a straight 10 speed international 20, 21, 22 model cost? I don't know all the specs about it. It's got a Cummins engine in it, but I can't tell. I mean, it feels like a Detroit. You got a 379 Peterbilt 18-speed cat. I would like to purchase that off of you, my friend. I wonder if the chicken house is open. I don't know if it is. Hi, Armando. Hey, man. It's Bus, I believe it's 15. Ain't nobody going in there. It must be locked up. So we're going to keep on keeping on. And I'm going to keep on loving you, 'cause it's the only thing I want to do. I don't want to sleep. I just wanna keep on trucking to you. Yeah, I mean, this truck's definitely like been tweaked in a negative way. But like I said, I mean, at least it's a manual, although like it might as well be an automatic, and it'll do 75 miles an hour. I'm glad it at least will do the speed limit, you know, because if it don't do the speed limit, I got some big problems. 40 west to Little Rock, Memphis, Tennessee. We gonna go toward Memphis. So you can't even hear the Jake brake. See, it grinded when I went into ninth gear. See, there's the Jake. Can you hear it? Probably can't even hear it. I can barely hear it. But it only works in 8th, 9th, and 10th gear. But it grinded because I wanted to shift it when I wanted it to. But it didn't want to, so it wanted to shift when it wanted me to shift it. Crazy, man, it's crazy. See? Sounds like your wife. Yeah, it does, don't it? Yeah, I don't know what your wife sounds like, but yeah, it reminds me of a woman for sure. So, if y'all know anybody that's got a truck for sale, let me know. you know, a decent truck. I mean, it could be an international Freightliner, you know, as long as it's got like the real bells and whistles to it, you know what I mean? Instead of this, you know, manual disguised like an automatic, you know. It's crazy. We got to find us a real truck because this ain't going to cut it. No, it's a 10-speed, Armando. It's a manual disguised as an automatic. Somebody said that in chat earlier. That was perfectly described. She only shifts when she wants to. Yeah. Yep, that's this truck, Mike. That is this truck. When I need it to shift, because you know, for whatever situation, it won't shift. It's like, nope, I don't want to shift. They're like, wait a minute, and then it'll be like, okay, you can shift me now. Memphis, Jackson, Mississippi. All right, let's go down this way. All right. Probably should have took 40. I like that bridge a lot better. High loads prohibited, I-55. This is West Memphis. You don't stop here. My height is good. Yeah, my height should be good. We'll find out when we get to this bridge because it's only 13.6. Going across the mighty Mississippi. Try giving the truck some flowers. Yeah, I might try to do that. Let's buy it a dozen roses. Maybe it'll, like, okay, I'll let you do what you want to me. But I got a feeling this truck hates me and it wouldn't do that for me. This is my, well, I got into it Wednesday morning. So I've been driving it, this is the 4th day. And she's no good. She's no good. This truck belongs to like Swift Transportation. It's, you know, it does not belong in my possession. But yeah, I got this truck out of a cereal box. Shit. Right. Diamond's always a winner. Yeah, you got that right, Bus. I couldn't get out of the passing lane, Gene. There was a car riding beside me. You gotta ask, you know, you gotta be like, hey, is there a car in that right lane? I'd be like, yeah, that's why I'm in the left lane. I know what I'm doing, Gene. Because I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Although I don't know what the speed limit is right now. Steer tar. Come to the next truck inspection, you stop for an inspection. Alright. Slow her down here. Mississippi River. 10 Yeah, see, Bean Bus knows exactly what I'm talking about. Big road gets tiring, gets exhausting. Oh man, this all sucks. Let's jump off the big road for a little bit. There's the mighty Mississippi. For good, buddy. $13.11 next 4 miles. $13.11. Here in Memphis, Tennessee. Over to the left, downtown Memphis. Mississippi River can't keep us apart. There's too much love in this Louisiana heart. I need to make sure I'm within the weight limit. Oh, I'm definitely within the weight limit. I got 4 brand new John boats on this trailer. And I mean, I say this load only weighs probably 3,000 pounds max. Max. We well within the weight limit. And the PSI is good. I checked it this morning. Don't need DOT to do that. Ludwig. Don't need DOT to do that. We can do it. You can do a lot of stuff yourself. DIYers over here on this channel. DIYers. Do it yourself. Because if you do it yourself, you can just about guarantee you'll do it right the first time. Scott said the house is clean. Supper in the slow cooker, all right. Glass of Coca-Cola on the rocks, baby. Yeah. What you got in that cooker? That crock pot? You don't have to go issue a citation if your wiper blades are worn out. Alright, where you at, bud? Where you at, Ludwig? I'll let you know when I'll be headed your way. Let you do an inspection on here. I'd say she's probably about due for one anyhow. That way I'll be sure to take a detour. Why are you going around the chicken house, driver? I ain't. GPS routed me over here on Highway 52. GPS told me to. I would never avoid the chicken house. Grandma's recipe, huh? Beef stew, all right. Yeah, you can't go wrong with Grandma's recipe. You're making me hungry. Making me hungry, my friend. Now, car, you see that sign, don't you? Yeah, that's what I thought you'd do. You're smart. I should have stayed on 40 and went down 78 instead of coming this way. $13.9. Come on, get in there, Bessie. There's the Che-Che train. First of May, you's open barbecue by now. What state you in? You up in Ohio? When I lived in Indiana, I had a garage, and I would always go out in the garage. And it'd be raining, snowing. I'd be out in the garage. Sometimes I'd be on the back porch. It'd be snowing out there. I'd have me a pint of whiskey in my jacket pocket. Be out there grilling, sipping on a bottle. I always found it funny, you know. Everybody'd see a baby with a bottle in their mouth, and they all think it's cute. They didn't think the same thing when they see me with a bottle in my mouth. Saw it was a problem. It's funny how it works. Oh, it's cute. Oh, look at that baby with a bottle in its mouth. It's so cute. See Gunner with a bottle in his mouth, they see it's a problem. I don't understand. Oh, just on the Ohio PA line. All right. Are you up there in Erie, PA? Or are you down a little south of, what's that interstate? Down a little south of there. I think it's 90 it goes through Erie, I believe. It's been a while since I've been over in that area. There's this cool little truck stop. I mean, it's not cool, it's just they got some good food in there. It's the one, I don't remember that interstate that shoots through there. It comes into Columbus, 70, it's 70. When you come out of PA headed west, there's a truck stop on the right, and just past that one is a Love's on the left. And I think it's Thornton's or something. They got some good food in there. Drive a Kenworth 24,000 big haul, limited, Buckhorn. Yeah, I haul some big stuff sometimes. Well, here anyway, I ain't hauled anything oversized yet, but I will. I got the oversized flags and all that stuff, oversized sign, hang on the front and the back. Pulling RGNs and stuff. Got my amber lights on top. Got a little switch right here I push. Turn my amber lights on that flash. Oversized experience pulling RGNs. Hopefully one day down the road, if I continue trucking, which I probably will, I'll be able to, you know, pull those humongous trailers with, like, you know, 30 axles. That'd be sweet. That's like what I'd really like to do. be one of those guys hauling those big pieces of equipment with like four or six other trucks, big old long trailer with 150 wheels on it. Do that once or twice a year and be done working. But I'm not sure how you get into stuff like that or what companies do it. That's what I'd really like to do. Truck world would be truck world. Or it might be truck world, I don't remember. Here we go. Oh, we can get that lane right here. All right. Birmingham. Let's go. We don't want to go that way. We need the other lane. We need the other one. Come on, lady, go. Go, 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 go. All right, all right. You won't let me have it. All right. We go to Birmingham. Paint me a Birmingham. Whoa, pickup truck, what are you doing? Let's get in this lane. Truck, what are you doing, Dodge? My God. Well, had Illinois tags, that explains it. There's a Love Shack. So the old lady went somewhere to get an oil change, right? This morning. It ended, man. So anyway, the oil change all around costed $94. Can you believe that? And get this. You know, when you get an oil change, you know, it's in the package of the oil change is however many quarts of oil your car, your vehicle requires. And an oil filter. Okay, that comes in with the oil change, right? Correct? So anyway, she goes, and I didn't know till after the fact. So she goes and gets the oil change, and I'm assuming she gets the correct oil. You know, I know she got synthetic, but which one, I don't. But she told me after she left and all that, she's like, was talking to me about it, and she said that the guy asked if she was interested in buying an oil filter. I said, wait, what? I said, what? And she's like, I said, so you don't have an oil filter, you got the same oil filter on there. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my freaking God. And I said, you paid $94 for this. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, honey, you know that the oil filter comes with the freaking package of an oil change. Yeah, can you believe this? Hey, thanks, Floor Jack. Hey, China dude. China dude's back up in here. So yeah, like the garage she went to was called Take 5. And they got her good. And it's meaning if they got her, it means they got me. So I called them. And they couldn't answer a thing for me. Nothing. come on, Bessie, what gear you want? Couldn't answer nothing. I said, how much is a quart of oil there? And he's like, $9. I said, okay. And I was like, okay, well, here's the thing. Sorry, Bessie truck, I forgot what gear I was in. Hey, Blue Boat, yeah, man, it's been a minute, ain't it? It's been a minute. Been busy, man. Been busy. Bessie, it's time to change gears. My God, truck. My freaking God. No, it don't. Scott, it does not like to shift. It wants to shift when it wants it to shift. The truck has control of me. I don't have control of it. I just shifted right then, you know, because I knew it wanted it. I knew that's when it wanted me to shift it. I'm not shifting it because like when I know I need to or I need it to. It only lets me shift when it wants to shift, and it drives me crazy. I mean, somebody said it's just like an automatic disguised as a manual, and you know, that's exactly what it is. It's a toy truck. Nothing real about it. It's got everything to make you think it's real, but it ain't. So I'm just part of everybody else on YouTube now that drives these toy trucks. See, like it will not shift. I'm figuring out how she shifts, but it's hard for me to get used to it. Oh, it's too much. There we go. It's hard for me to get used to it. All right, y'all, what are we doing? This car's gonna cut us off. See if she'll downshift. Nope, she doesn't. Oh, she didn't want to. She didn't want to. Almost done with the school year though. Almost there. You're almost there. You graduating? Downshift, baby. My God. Next year you graduate? All right, man. Bring back the old rigs. Yeah, well, if they bring back the old rigs, all these new drivers out here wouldn't know how to operate the old rigs. Like most people driving trucks these days are driving automatics, and they're not even allowed to drive a manual truck. Yeah, I've always been a fan of those old twin sticks. I seen them when I was a young boy, but I've not seen one in a long time. Yeah, you got to take both hands off the wheel and shift them. It's not that hard once you figure it out, from what I've seen and from back in the day, and what I've heard people say that's done it 2 and 3 shifts. They'll sit there and hold it with their knee and shift. Come on, which gear do you want? There you go. This guy's driving an automatic. He's just got both hands on the wheel, got the pedal down. Here I am, got the pedal down, shifting gears. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool to learn. See, that time in 8th gear, the Jake didn't even turn on. It didn't want to work. So that gearing down, it only worked in 10th and 9th. When I downshifted to 8th, I didn't even hear it. It didn't even come on. It's ridiculous. I ain't never drove a 10 speed that acted like this one. Never. 10th gear. By the time I'm in 10th gear, I'm doing about 45, 46 miles an hour. Say we're going back into all this tech and stuff. Yeah, safety features are good, but I don't like the driving stuff. Yeah, the safety features in these trucks is, I mean, it's ridiculous. But thankfully, this truck does not have those safety features because it's got me behind the wheel because it doesn't need them. And yeah, if you want to think I'm talking proudly about that or something, that's just called confidence. I'm a highly confident person. But I just know what I'm doing. I've been doing this too long. But I'm not a professional because I don't drive for NASCAR. I don't drive for Hendrix Motorsports. So I am not a professional. I don't consider myself a professional. But they give a title to everything. Literally everything has a title. So it's like, oh, what can we give truck drivers besides calling them truck drivers? I got it. Let's call them professional drivers. Now there's nothing professional about it. If you can drive a car and drive it right, you can drive a truck. Really not that hard. But there is some people out there that can. You know, I mean, anybody can sit here in this wheel and drive it down the road like I'm doing right now. Anybody listening right now can. You can drive it down the road. Every one of you can. The only thing that you might never learn is how to back it up. That's the only thing you may never figure out. And it's very freaking easy. I mean, you could probably learn it if you had me trying to teach you. Guaranteed, you know, within a week, if you're a person that can't do it, within a week or two, I'll have you doing it. Truck needs overhaul or scrap. No, using a friend's car, it would prevent itself from changing lanes unless you had the blinker on. That's wild. I ain't never heard of that. What kind of car was that? Well, if you needed to swerve quick, I guess these alleged intelligent people would say just hit whatever you're going to hit. But what you're supposed to do, this is what you're supposed to do. It's like, well, it depends on the situation. But if you see something ahead in the road and you can swerve and get around it without hitting anybody or anything, that's what you're supposed to do. But if you can't, you're not supposed to buckle up and stop. You're supposed to just hit it like an animal or whatever. You're not supposed to swerve and avoid it. You're supposed to just hit it head on. That's what law enforcement are trained to do. You know, because naturally people want to swerve, but they're trained to just hit it right on. Just, if it's a deer, dog, cat, just hit it. Hey, Alfonso, how you been? Some European car. Oh, okay, I definitely believe what you said now. European people are funny. in Mississippi. Well, if you ain't never seen Mississippi, you're seeing it now. Welcome to Mississippi. You're wondering where at? We're just south of Memphis, Tennessee. South Haven, probably, yeah. We're only about 7 miles in 7 miles into Mississippi. No, 8. We're 8 miles into Mississippi. Muddy water. Look, there's some good catfish in there. Every time I see water, I just want to fish it. I saw some water this morning, man. I was like, man, I want to fish that so bad. Out in Missouri, in the Ozarks. If I had a pole and I could have pulled over, I would have. I would have casted a couple of lines out there. Collarville. Jackson. Go comb your hair. Okay. New to channel. Hey, welcome. Welcome, late bloomer. My name's Gunner, and that's Alfonso, and everybody else, Mike and Blue Boat. How are you today? You are great. That is fantastic. What state you watching from? We're in Mississippi. 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 Hey, Manilow. How's my favorite British person doing? But yeah, we back behind the wheel. I saw recently the other day that King Charles came over here for a 4-day visit, hanging out, talked to Congress and everything. He's a funny old dude, ain't he? That dude, King Charles, he loves America, that's for sure. He's been coming over here since like 1967 or something. He had his honeymoon over here back in the day. Know it well, late bloomer. Bugger, the royal family. I don't understand your term, a bugger. We don't say that over here in the States. Hope all is well, Gunner. Yeah, late bloomer, all is okay. I mean, but like everyone, it can always be better. Hello there. I've been thinking about driving a rig, my friend. I'm from Arizona. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Richard. Stay safe and I'll keep enjoying your live. I appreciate that, Richard. Thinking about driving a truck, huh? Well, the very beginning's the hardest. So on your journey of driving a truck, it depends on which road you choose. Usually the first 3 months is the hardest. But if you can get through it, you're home free. Problem is, it makes Trump look good, and that man loves royalty. Them get on with it. Royalty is different breed from other English people. Yeah, over here in America, we don't quite understand the monarchy. You know, yeah, so. Yeah, I ain't seen Kales in here, you know. Oh yeah, Richard, yeah, if you need any information, a lot of guys will charge you. So, but I give out information for free, and some people might call that ignorant. But I mean, you know, But, you know, it just kind of separates people that are in everything for money and people that are just good-hearted. Just separates those two breeds of people. No, called professional. I don't consider myself a professional. I just consider myself a working man. If I was a professional driver, I'd be driving for NASCAR. You know what? I mean, you know, all I'm doing is driving down the road. Like, you can drive your car down the road. There's literally not much difference. There's little to no difference in it. The only thing that's different is backing up, and that's really easy as well. It's not hard. I mean, you'll run into different breeds of people that talk about trucking. Like, they need 6 months of training. Oh, they need this, that, and the other. I think it varies from individual to individual because it's not hard. Yeah, we're back to trucking, Manelope. How's Paige and the family doing? Who's Paige? Family's doing good, I suppose. Everyone's different. I mean, everything about actually driving the truck and doing that, backing it up and all that's easy. The hard part is really depends if you have a family or if you're single and all that. That's the hard part. These trucking companies, they go as far as taking people's hair, testing it for whatever substance for months or years, and it still doesn't prevent horrific accidents from happening. So I don't know what they're trying to accomplish by doing that, because it's like, oh, we got these drivers that have never used any illegal substances, but still they're getting in horrific accidents. I don't understand. I don't understand what they're trying to accomplish there. No, I'm not driving for him no more, Doug. I said, take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. A woman done left and took all my reason I was working for. Don't try to stand in my way as I'm walking out the door. Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. Did you? Yeah, I actually did, Doug. I actually thought about y'all every day. look, it doesn't have to be my aunt and uncle for me to do whatever I want. This is my life. I'm going to do whatever I want. You know what I mean? I ain't going to do what the company wants me to do. I ain't going to work as a company wants me to. I mean, they don't like the way I'm living. You just leave me alone. You know what I mean? I'm not one that can be controlled. I'm hard to tame. You know what I mean? Somebody listening might know what I'm saying. But I have a free spirit. This is my life. I'm going to live it and do what I want within reason. Does that make any sense? Been in the bleacher business for 24 years. Family done trucking. Oh, truck. Kids all grown up. Time for you to get your CDL and go trucking. Oh, you researched it for a year now, OTR, late bloomer. You know, it's funny, I researched it too for exactly 1 year before I made the leap of faith and got into trucking. It's been a long time ago now. Well, it's a good thing to get into. I mean, from all corners of professions, man, people quit them and go into trucking. Nurses, you'll run into all kinds of different people that used to be doctors, nurses, and they all get into trucking. Lawyers, and then they'll be trucking. They'll tell you about what you can imagine. Like, they'll be like, you know, either their daddy done it and just because of that they always wanted to do it, so they'll leave one profession and go to trucking. I did the same thing. And you'll find all kinds of people doing this. People with master's degrees, carry them in their trucks, they'll show you, and they'll be trucking. It's wild, really. 2 million miles of regular trailers, yeah. Like 53-foot dry vans. There's money in trucking. Sometimes you gotta get into it and learn it, man. You'll figure it out. It's a shady cutthroat industry. And there still needs to be some big change in trucking. Now, I don't know if we'll ever see it. Basically get what you want. Yeah, when you're the best at something, you usually get a little bit of privilege, a little bit of extra slack. How do I like them $60 gas prices? Well, I don't like them a bit. But oil is a commodity, so basically what that means is anywhere in the world where there's something going on, then what that'll do, when you cause a disruption in a commodity like oil, anywhere in the world, if there's a disruption in it, it will affect everything around the entire world. It's $3.69 for a gallon of unleaded gasoline right there at the Love Shack. $5.40 credit for diesel, $5.34 for cash. That place is pretty. There's a couple spots there. That's all them drivers going home. Yuck, Doug. Yeah, I don't like paying it, you know. It's like $45 to fill my car up. When it used to be $27, $28. So it like went up almost 50%. And that was back, you know, that's back in 20 when it was like $27, $28, 19, something like that. Then it went up to about 30. Now it's up to like, yeah, it's dead E. It's like $44, $45. Hey, I'm glad you found the channel too, late bloomer. Hopefully you hit the like button and you knock subscribe. I'm joining the team. You know, I've been monetized for like 3 months now, and I still have not created the memberships yet. I've even made some money on here, and I haven't even claimed it yet. I guess I'm in no hurry because it's not a lot of money anyway, you know. Plus, I pay taxes on it. I'm not in a hurry to claim it. But it's sitting right there. It's sitting there. I just leave it there. I don't need it. I'll leave it there for tax season. Didn't pay my taxes on it. My gas tank. I let my gas fill up 24.5. Alright, Scott, we'll see you later, bud. But yeah, I ain't started the memberships yet because I doubt I'd even get members because it costs it's a monthly subscription. So I've not set up memberships yet. I'm not rich, Doug. You want to know how much money I've made on YouTube? I'll tell you. You know what? Wait a minute. Wait, maybe I won't tell you. Because I should probably make a video of it. Because when I do, you'll be like, and I have to read the terms and stuff, make sure I can show you. so you wouldn't know I'm lying. You know, that way you know I'm telling you the truth. You know, so I got to read the Google terms, because Google owns YouTube, to see if I can show everybody how much money I made. But it ain't a lot. I'm just here to tell you. It's not enough. It's not life-changing money. You make, if you work at McDonald's and say you cut your bi-weekly check in half, you still make more money than what I've made on YouTube. If you are genuine and realistic, probably will work out. Yeah, I don't like talking about myself, but yeah, I believe I'm genuine and realistic. Yeah, like 100%. Yeah, haters will hate. You know, you can't do like any type of stuff like YouTube or whatever platform you use, and you know, invite the public into your life without being able to withstand criticism, because there's just people out there that are just, you know, they act funny towards everybody. You know, if you can't take that, then I wouldn't do it. But me, I've been through hell and back. I can take anything. I've been through hell and back, and then back to hell and back several times. I've survived a lot of things that most people couldn't survive. I did, only by the faith and the grace of God. Make a video of it. Yeah, I'll try to come up with something. I need like a little studio, man, so I can make little videos like that. I got it. My studio can be the bunk, it can be the sleeper out here on the road. Are you loving trucking, J-Rod? Rod trucking? I've been driving for 8 years. Boy, I think going on 9, a little over 8 years, something like that. I should have started making YouTube when I started my journey. Like, hey y'all. But I would have gave up though, because like YouTube's pretty hard. They say it's the hardest platform to do, and I believe it. Tripod. Yeah, I need a tripod. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, to get subscribers, if you start a YouTube channel, you got to start out just by making shorts videos. But YouTube is progressive, pushing towards shorts more than they are long form videos. That's why when you open YouTube now, the first thing you see is shorts videos. But a lot of people have been giving them heat, giving them some flack over it, because they're all like, you know, if I want to see shorts videos, I'll go to TikTok, or, you know. You ain't gonna go there, Doug. Don't worry about it. Have faith. Yeah, and lives, yeah. Yeah, so in starting YouTube, you got to start out with shorts, because, like, in order to go live, you got to, unless they've changed it, in order to go live, you got to have 50 subscribers. And then they got to verify who you are, and that takes about 3 days. Then after that, you get verified, then you can do lives on YouTube. And doing lives is one of the best ways to get subscribers. God is good. God is good indeed. You only had 8 subscribers? Yeah, it takes time, man. It takes time. I can't remember how they called that. You know, like when I first was able to do lives, when the very first time I was doing a live, I was trucking, and I was able, you can see how many people's in the live, and when that first live, it was stayed at 0. It never moved. It never went to 1, 2, never. It stayed like that for however many hours I kept it live. And then I'd do it live again, and it'd stay at 0. And then eventually, you know, however many times it was, then I'd do it live again, and then it would show like 1 person, and then it would drop to 0. And then you'd see, eventually you'd see 2, and then it dropped to 1 or 0. This is how it is. I think the most I've ever seen in one of my lives is like 270 people, 300 people. I blew the horn by accident. Jesus, would it use an E-log? You'll think of a name for the members. Yeah, that's something I've been trying to do, is come up with names, and, like, you know, that's probably one reason I haven't done members, because, like, I don't disclose information for just one particular group of people, you know, like members, for example. Like, there's nothing I just want to share with one group of people that I, like, don't want to share with everybody for free. You know what I mean? Some people take this stuff very seriously, and I mean, I mainly just do it to, you know, meet people, talk to folks, good folks, you know. Some people really target YouTube and stuff to make money, you know, life-changing money, and some of them succeed, you know, but I'm not in it for that. If it happens, you know, that's awesome, but I don't think it will, because I don't take it that serious. And some people might call me an ignorant fool for that, you know. That's their opinion. I mean, it doesn't bother me if you want to call me that. It's like, oh, he's choosing to be a good-hearted person over being rich. So be it, you know. This is my life, not yours. If you want to do that, you go be evil and greedful and all that stuff, you know. That's how I see it. I don't care what you do. everybody else tell you otherwise. Mike said Jesus wouldn't use e-log. I can't get over it. That's awesome. Jesus would not use e-log, guys. I believe that too. Makes sense then. You're gonna do yours for your family vlog, but I'll make members, you know, and come, you know, for people that did, you know, like get a membership. I try to come up with something to, like, you know, share just for those people. I guess that's how you should do that. Like, why would you share something if you were to do some stuff? Why would you just share something with the 10 folks while everybody else sits out? It's like, hey, what are they talking about over there in that live? I can't view it because it was members only. You know, I don't know. Just my mind isn't that creative. Hey, thanks, Late Bloomer. And Volvo Nader. It looks like I just recently got a storm through here. Trees all knocked down. Must have got them one of them American naders came through here. Look at that, it's all destroyed. All them trees all knocked down. I heard there's something going on over here earlier this week. There's some high winds, all them trees knocked down. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Look at that. Golden age is just the beginning. I have yet to see a golden age. I'm a millennial, so if you're a millennial as well, you can verify what I say, that millennials have never seen a golden age thus far. I know I haven't. Can't speak for everyone. But all I can speak for is myself. How you doing? Oh, you saw I was in Busch Gardens, yeah. Man. Yeah, I was there. Oh, you was there a couple months ago? Yeah, we OTR. We go everywhere, in the US and Canada. It is fun. I had a good time. Yeah, Mike, we go everywhere in the US and Canada. last time I went to Canada, they didn't like me. And since they didn't like me, I didn't like them. Told me not to come back for a while. So that's what I did. No, late bloomer, I can't disclose that information. It's too difficult to tell good hearts, good warm hearts from dark hearts. You know, doing that is like giving out your address. Although there's people out there, you can give them a lot of information and they'll never mistreat it, but there's people out there that will. Hey, I'm happy I can be your inspiration, Volvo neighbor. You want to drive a truck, Volvo? I am headed to Salem, Alabama from Lebanon, Missouri. I picked up a load in Apopka, Florida and took it to just outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. It had 3 stops on it. So I took it to Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was the first stop, and then took it to Osage Beach, Missouri, and then up to Glenview, just outside of Kansas City. And then dropped down to Lebanon, Missouri, to pick this load up, taking it to Salem, just outside of Columbus, Georgia, and Auburn, Alabama. And we are currently somewhere in Mississippi, headed south. Glenfield, Doug. We outside of Glenfield. I believe we're headed south. This load delivers Monday. It just goes to one place. I'm going to deliver it first thing Monday morning. And then I don't know what I'm doing after that. We'll know probably Monday morning. Maybe even Sunday. be out as long as I want to, but for now I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be out all this week and all next week. Because next weekend's Mother's Day, and I'm gonna go to the house. You can be out as long as you want. Go anywhere in the U.S. and Canada. And so far, I've been continuously trucking, non-stop, just long enough to get unloaded and get loaded. Apparently a lot of guys have been going to Long Island recently. There's a driver headed out to Washington, out in Seattle. I talked to him yesterday. There's a driver up in British Columbia. And there's drivers up in Long Island and New York City and all that. Then you got me down here in Mississippi. I like the South. I'm from the South. I like to be in the South. But I'm curious what we'll be doing Monday after we deliver this load. It's hard telling. Probably head up. I'm a guess. I'm just going to guess. I'd say I'll be going to Michigan or Indiana. Care of those kitty cats. Got T-Mobile, Doug? My phone carrier's T-Mobile. We got something in common. Spectrum has phones. They got phone towers. Or you got like Spectrum internet. I had Spectrum internet in Tennessee when I lived there. It's the only internet you could get. I remember who I had in Indiana. I loved that stuff. Their internet was great. Can't remember the name of them now. Yeah, I'll be at I'll be near the destination. So I'm not going to go to the destination Saturday night, you know what I mean? I'm going to go down here, find somewhere to spend the rest of the weekend and take a shower, shave, brush my teeth, maybe get me a couple of non-alcoholic beverages, kick back and relax, go for a walk tomorrow. Might do, unless it rains, go for a little walk tomorrow. Everybody's doing. Then get another shower, go to bed, get up Monday morning, deliver his load. worried about this money situation he does DoorDash. Okay, I don't quite follow the situation there, Doug. Sounds like, from what you're saying, sounds as if his girlfriend has the vehicle. It's her vehicle. They're splitting, and he's about to lose a vehicle. That's what it sounds like to me. And then his money situation goes out the window. So he ain't got no wheels, which sucks. You know, once upon a time in my life, I didn't have wheels either. I'll tell you. When I was younger, I didn't really care. I'd walk everywhere I wanted to go or needed to go. You want to have anything in life, it takes a little bit of effort and hard work. Nobody ever said it was going to be easy, at least for me. Nobody said, hey Gunner, it's going to be easy, man. Nobody ever said that. I've worked my tail off for everything I got. And then you got to work to keep it all up, to maintain it. It's just the way it's always been, and maybe the way it always will be. At least in America, anyway. That's capitalism. It's on your individual self to do something. It's all on you. Ain't nothing holding you back. It does not matter your race or creed. It's all in your hands. Chances are, ain't nobody gonna hand it to you. They definitely didn't in my life. I didn't inherit any money. I wasn't gifted any money or a house or property or a car. Actually I did pick up a hitchhiker one time and he gave me a car. He did. You're 29 now? Are you single? No kids? No wife? No husband, no boyfriend, no girlfriend, or if you're 29 with no kids, I don't know if you ever wanted kids or not, but you got a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever your preference is, I don't really care. But if you're working in factories or flipping burgers at McDonald's, might want to consider trucking. Just gotta do it. That's it. And all you have to do in the beginning is just be sure you do not hit anything. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do in trucking in the very beginning, is be sure you don't hit anything. Because if you hit something, you could have a clean driving record, go up to a top tier company, hit something, and then be knocked down to a bottom tier company, like Western Express. And then, like, basically, you're gonna have to work for them for a long time until you can get good at it, get your record good, and then basically start up, and you got to be off the Scooby snacks, if you know what I mean. You can't be doing any Scooby snacks. You gotta have a clean driving record, and you gotta be off the goodies. Another thing you can do and ruin a trucking career is be unable to pass a DOT urinalysis test. If you do that, then you got to go through this SAP program, and then that'll knock you down too and set you back. You'll be out of the truck for a little while. All you do in trucking, don't hit anything and don't fail any tests, and you'll be fine. And drive right and maintain a clean driving record. That's it. That's all you got to do. So don't be in your car or on your motorcycle flying down the road at 90, 100 mile an hour, 80 miles an hour and get a ticket. Don't do that. Don't be out drinking and driving. None of that stuff. If you live in a state where smoke is legal, just because it's legal in that state or other states, it's not legal on the federal level. So you can't have a prescription of the smoke in one state and then take a DOT test and you'll fail it. It doesn't work that way. It's only legal in that state, on that state level. It's not legal on the federal government level. And even then, I'm sure they'd do something about it. If they legalize smoke on the federal level, they'd still do something where truck drivers couldn't do it. A lot of stuff is just, from my experience in my life, I see a lot of propaganda, from my own country to countries all over the world, from little things to big things, just a ton of propaganda. little bit of wind out there. Your oldest will be 31 months. My youngest will be 5 in August. My oldest will be 8 in November. It's amazing. Youngest is 17. Next year college for softball. You mean baseball or softball? Softball is for girls. Baseball is boys. I'm assuming it's a girl. Thought I saw. Youngest 17. SRC. Does that mean senior in HS? His next year college for softball. I don't got confused there, late bloomer. Softball, okay. Crowley's Ridge College. Only have one son. He's 20. Okay, I got you. Now I understand. You know how you text sometimes, you know, you like it'll auto-correct or you'll miss a letter thinking you hit it. Where's Crowley's Ridge College at? What state's that in? For sure, yeah. For sure. It sounds familiar. I believe I've heard of that before. Seen it somewhere. Yeah, I drive a truck and see a lot of things. Oh, Arkansas, okay. I was just in Arkansas. Yeah, I think when this live started, I was in Arkansas. Yeah, I was. I was in Arkansas. I'm originally from Tennessee. I'm a old Tennessean, but I live in Florida. Hey, Ashley. Northeast Arkansas by Jonesboro. Yeah, northeast. Yeah, I think I just went through or near Jonesboro, Arkansas. I saw Jonesboro somewhere today. I believe it was Arkansas. Hump the horn. All right, toot toot. This horn's weak. This is a cereal box truck. Originally from Lubbock, Texas. All right. I was born across the river in the mountains where I call home. You're a fan of trucks? All right. What's your favorite truck, Ash? I don't miss any letters. I'm perfect with writer's problems. Oh, Pete, yeah, that's mine too. That's mine. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They're never at home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. A cowboy likes smoky old coal rooms and clear mountain mornings. Little warm puppies and children and girls of the night. Them that don't know him won't like him, and them that do sometimes won't know how to take him. He ain't wrong, he's just different, but his pride won't let him do things to make you think he's right. For money, a Freightliner. You know, I ain't got a favorite type of like car or truck, pick 'em up truck, four-wheelers, people like to call them. I ain't got a single one. All I care about is if it's reliable. But I do have favorite trucks, and that's got to be the Pete. I guess because I see how trucking is, and I don't like these little toy trucks. I don't like them, so I'm gonna have to invest in a Pete. You like Massey Ferguson? Awesome. Yeah, 379 is pretty sweet. Yeah, that's all everybody ever talks about. But they're pretty sweet, yeah. Is my kids cowboys? Oh, I don't reckon. I don't reckon they're Doug. I might be a cowboy. It's not like a real cowboy out there wrangling cattle and riding bulls, you know. I'd probably do it though. Given the opportunity, go down there to Texas, ride some bulls with Ferguson. No songs. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Don't let them pick guitars and drive them old trucks. Yeah, I thought you was going to jump off. That's why I was a little hesitant to get in that left lane. I ain't need to. Get on now. You hear? There you go. Put the hammer down, driver. Oh, the chicken house coming up. Oh, man. Oh man, I forgot to go check out the scenic route. Oh man. Probably locked up anyhow. Locked up, all right, baby. Man, why'd Walmart go in there? I bet he went in there because they probably got a rule policy at Wally World that even if the chicken house is locked up, they got to go in there. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that's why he went in there. Even if it's locked up, you got to go in. I'm headed to Salem, Alabama, just outside of Columbus, Georgia, between Columbus, Georgia, and Auburn, Alabama. Yeah, my CB broke on me sometime. Picked up his load in Lebanon, Missouri yesterday evening. Stayed at some mom and pop shop there, down the road there on 44. Train her horn. Well, I mean, it all depends. I like the train horns, but I mean a nice loud truck horn's just good, but this one sucks. That's weak as crap, man. That's, you know, another reason why this is a cereal box truck. I'm not used to these little cereal box trucks that you find in, you know, cereal boxes. That wind is blowing out there. But, good. Here you gotta keep an eye on your straps. Check these over here. I think that might be loose. I need to. Yeah, I think that one might be loose. Mega Carrier Prime. Well, I mean, I'm complaining about this little cereal box truck, but I am glad I'm not driving Prime's truck. I am thankful for that. Your brother drives for TMC in Iowa. How long has he been trucking? See how he hit the brakes for no reason? That's because he was getting a little bit too fast, and safety's gonna call him because he went 2 miles an hour over the speed limit. See, he's speeding. Well, no, he's not speeding. He's doing the speed limit. He's going faster than those trucks can go, though. Because he's coming down a hill. He's loaded. Oh, this is his first full year. That's cool. Maybe if he's into doing flatbed, I always like doing flatbed. But if he's into doing flatbed, he gets his experience where he's at. I mean, maybe I can talk to him, because I can point him in a direction where he can make some real money, because I know them TMC drivers don't make a whole lot of money. They don't make what the amount of work they're putting in. It's really pathetic, not toward the driver, but toward the company, because they underpay them terribly. I mean, it's amazing. But I mean, he's inexperienced and ain't got a year in yet, but still, that's no excuse for him to be 8, 9, 10 months in and they, paying him like they do. That's ridiculous. That's what needs to change in trucking. These mega carriers paying people 40 cents a mile, percentage pay, like 18%. Like, that's terrible. Yeah, this truck's governed, Doug. It's governed at 75 miles an hour. Little cereal box truck. Just a straight 10 speed. I've been driving over 8 years. Oh yeah, definitely better than 65. I ain't even really been going that. I've only been doing 70, and Prime is way back there because he can't even do the speed limit, which is pathetic. Now, I mean, it's a little different if I'm hauling like an oversized load or something. I'm not going to be doing 70 miles an hour. That's just how they are. It's how those companies are, man. They're funny. They think that, a slower truck, hair follicle test will make the road safer. It doesn't. It doesn't do anything. It makes no difference. They still have these horrific accidents when their trucks are governed at 65, 68. Their drivers have been hair follicle tested, so they've not used anything in years or ever, and they still have horrific accidents. So what's the real issue going on? What's really happening there? What's causing these things? Because if it ain't illegal substances, and it ain't that the truck can't even do the speed limit, then what is it? I'm headed to Salem, Alabama from Lebanon, Missouri. Maybe they live stream while driving. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I have no idea. But yeah, Maybe that varies from person to person. I think a lot of things just vary from individual to individual. I've been live streaming while I've been driving down the road for 2 years now. All I do is look at the road. The road's on the live stream. The road's right in front of the windshield. You know what I mean? Like you can't mess up. If you did, you're like, you either had a steer tire blow out or you're just totally screwed. Welcome to Sweet Home Alabama. All right. Governor Kate Ivey. Whoever that is, I ain't never heard of her. Tom Bigby River. Somebody took out that sign, that post it sits on. Road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Driving trucks with my friends. And I can't wait to get off the road again. We are not the best of friends. Nice scenery it is, ain't it? Alabama. Looks just like Mississippi, don't it? Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Mr. Young sing about her. I heard old Neil put her down. Well, I hope Neil Young will remember the Southern man don't need him around anyhow. Yeah, I'm a company driver. It's a new jobby job for me. It's my 4th day trucking with this company. I started this past Monday. Picked up a load in Apopka, Florida. Had 3 stops on it. One in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And then the other 2 in Missouri. Then I picked this load up in Lebanon, Missouri, taking it down here to Alabama. Monday morning delivery. Greetings from Atlanta, all right. Hot Atlanta. The Big Apple of the South. I was in Atlanta on Wednesday. Thank you, Ivan. I'm looking to buy me a truck. Buy me a truck. I'ma buy me a truck. I'm looking in my mirrors, checking my straps. Plus the wind's blowing, making me swerve a little bit. This load's light. Does that answer your question? does that to you. If you got a light load, or if you're empty, or if you're really heavy and the wind's blowing really hard, like out in Iowa in the wintertime and all that, it'll blow you over in Texas. You'll feel it. I've had wind blow me into the other lane. You gotta really know what you're doing. Even then, if it's blowing 80 mile per hour, 90 mile per hour gusts, it'll blow you over. And then where you gotta look back, you always look back, always. Even driving that, you ain't even gotta be doing what I'm doing. Even driving that 53-foot drive van right there. You gotta look back, check stuff. You might have a tire went flat, you look back and you see it flapping, you know, flopping, and the tread fell off of it. You just see it smacking everything. You gotta look back. I think that's 3 prime drivers right here in front of me. I think they're all going to jump off. At least I think this guy is. I'm jumping off. Ton of parking, ain't it? Always roll the window down when you back up. That's why you gotta get out there and check your straps. Oh, how much is $6 a gallon? I don't know if you can be able to see. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it says cash $5.58, credit $5.64 for diesel, regular gas $3.62 a gallon for regular. That's what it's what fuel costs wherever we are here in Alabama. Hamilton, Alabama. At the Love Shack. So if anybody's near here, you'll see me right here as soon as you come into truck parking. First truck here when you come in the truck area. First truck here. Whoever this cat is. $5.15 regular, $6.36 diesel, Chicago. About $1 more a gallon for diesel. Yeah, so about 50 some cents, 54 cents more for regular gas. So not a huge difference. Coal is more expensive. I think the Chinese would beg to differ. They burn more coal than any country in the world. They're communists though, so they give a damn what you think. They're like, oh, well, come over here and try to change us. That's what they're saying. Yeah, just try it. You know, they're the world's leading pollutingest country there is. But you know, what are you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do nothing. That's what the Chinese say. You ain't gonna do shit. We're Chinese. We're gonna do what we want. We control this country and everything that happens in it. That's communism for you. Yeah. You know, you can't go to China and criticize Xi Jinping and the Chinese government. You know, somehow you just mysteriously end up missing. It's like in North Korea, you can't. You know, so people take that stuff for granted. The freedoms that we have in America, people take it for granted. They do. They don't. It's like they forget about the rest of the world and how their people have to be. It's amazing. I mean, like the rest of the world, like the Europeans, when they jump in these lives, they'll be like, you Americans are lucky, you know. Like you all can do things that we can't. You know, even in Europe. It's wild. Well guys, but this is going to be the end of the road for the live stream, I reckon. So thank y'all for being here, smacking the like button, sending the rubies. I appreciate it. So hopefully all the new folks hit the subscribe button so you can join the next one. Man. Alright, y'all, it's going to be checkout time. We'll see you, Volvo, Defend 95, Nash, Ivan. All the people that spread love and support each other. We'll see you. All the people that criticize and hate, envy. We'll see you later too. You know, y'all be you, be yourself. We'll see you on the next one.